Hi friends, you're watching Teens Academy. This video will give you every sort of information about the CBSE Class 12 English Flamingo lesson, the poem A Thing of Beauty. A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. John Keats was a British romantic poet. Although trained to be a surgeon, Keats decided to devote himself wholly to the poetry. Keats' secret, his power to sway and delight the readers, lies primarily in his gift of perceiving the world and living his mood and aspirations in terms of language. John Keats was dedicated to the perfection of the poetry, marked by vivid imagery that expressed a philosophy through classical legends. John Keats devoted his short life to the perfection of the poetry, marked by vivid imagery, great senses of appeal, and an attempt to express a philosophy through classical legend. In 1818, he went on the walking tour in Lake District. His exposure and overexertion on that trip brought on his first symptom of tuberculosis, which later ended his life. About the poem. A Thing of Beauty is an excerpt from the poem Endymion, a poetic romance. This poem is based on the Greek legend. Endymion is a long narrative poem in 4 books of about 1,000 lines each, written mostly in heroic couplets. It's named after its hero Endymion, a figure taken from the Greek myth. According to the legend, Endymion was a shepherd who fell asleep on the Mount Latmos and so entranced the goddess of moon that she fell in love with him. In Endymion, John Keats transforms his basic story into a lengthy and complicated quest in which Endymion desperately searches for a beautiful and mysterious goddess. The following slides will give you the line-by explanation of the poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. The poet says that the thing of beauty is eternal. It's forever. It will never fades away but continues to inspire us throughout our life. Our love for it will enhance the passage of time. But will keep a bower quiet for us, and to sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Therefore on every marrow we are wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. The poet says that beauty acts like a soothing, relaxing shades of the trees which helps all creatures to sleep peacefully and enjoy good health. The poet says that at every moment our desire to live further is because we encircle ourselves with our love towards these beautiful things. The beautiful thing is like a ray of hope amidst of the world's miseries. Every day such beautiful things in nature bind us to the earth. The poetic devices of these 2 lines, bower quiet, sweet dream, wreathing a flowery band are all metaphor, and band to band is alliteration. The new word here is morrow, which means tomorrow. Spite of despondence, of the inhuman dread, of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and overdarkened ways made of our searching. Without beauty, the earth is full of gloom and sadness. There is a cruelty all around and lack of good people. But in spite of all the gloom and selfishness we suffer in this world, the beautiful thing, it might be a scene, an object, or anything which makes a person happy, is like a ray of hope amidst of it all. The poetic devices here are noble nature, which is alliteration, gloomy days is transferred epithet. New words here are spite means desire to offend or annoy someone, despondence means hopeless, dread a scarcity or lack of something. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sleep. The poet says that the beauty removes the sadness and darkness from our mind and soul. The poet lists out some of the beautiful things that surrounds us. He says that the numerous creations of God, like the sun which gives us energy, the trees which gives us shade, the moon's beauty are all the beautiful creations of God around us. The various animals like the sheep that surrounds us also makes us happy. The poetic devices here are some shade, such the sun, sprouting is shady, simple sheep are all alliteration, shady boon is imagery. New words here are pal means a cloud, here it means a dark cloud of sadness. Shady moon means a shade which is helpful to someone. And the daffodils with green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling cold may guides the hot season. The mid of forest break rich with a sprinkling of fair musk-rose bloom. The poet says that the beautiful flowers like the daffodils makes our world green and lively. The flowing streams of cool water refreshes us in the hot summer season. The forests which are full of the pretty musk roses are beautiful sight of the eye. All these things are beautiful. The poetic devices here are daffodils in green world, clear rails, cooling clouds. All the three are imagery. New words. Rills, which means stream or running water. Covert means not openly known or displayed. And such too is the grandeur of tombs we have imagined for mighty death, or lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring into us from the heavens brink. These lines says that the stories of the brave soldiers who lived their lives to protect their people are beautiful and inspiring. These beautiful things are like the fountain of immortality bestowed upon us by God. They inspire us to live on and maintain our faith in goodness. All these beautiful things created by God is like the endless fountain or nectar for us which help us to live long on earth. The poetic devices here are grandeur of tombs, imagery, and endless fountain of immortal drink is also imagery. The new word here is dooms, a last day of existence. Heaven's brink means the door of heaven.